Oh yeah, wife got a Delkevic full system for her Versys 300 for Mother's Day. That's a one heck of a Mother's Day present. I bet she appreciated that. Who else out there buys their wives cool stuff like this for Mother's Day? Anyway, we're gonna get this installed. Let's do it. All right. Wife got a Delkevic full system for a Versys 300 for Mother's Day. How awesome is that? So I'm gonna try to take this one off. See where we end up. Probably with something really loud. I have a Delkevic on my Himalayan and I have the spark arrestor in it, so if I have to, I can, my Himalayan is not too loud without the spark arrestor. If this one's too loud, the plan is to use the spark arrestor from the Himalayan in this bike if it's, annoyingly loud like parallel twins can be sometimes. But let's get started. All right, that took all of 3 minutes to get off. So I'm a firm believer there's very little performance to be had with an aftermarket exhaust, but there can be a dramatic weight savings. And let's change this to pounds. So 9.4 pounds for the muffler. And what are we gonna have for a header? Let's flip it over and balance it. Just keep balancing until, so maybe 5.1. So we'll add that together, come up with a total weight, and see what weight savings are going to be had here. The Delkevic muffler alone, not even 5 pounds, 4.6. So there's something to be had there. Let me see if I can get all these header pipes assembled and see how much they weigh. And it might be sort of impossible. Let's just weigh individual pieces. Header pipe, 3 pounds. One of the mid pipes, 0.4. Another mid pipe, we'll call it 0.7. Oh, I'll have to balance this one. Looks like I saw 1.3 in there somewhere, if I get it just right. Yeah, 1.3. So we'll have to add all that up, do the maths, and see where we are. Okay, well, that wasn't too bad. I went ahead and hooked up the O2 sensor. I was going to use the Kawasaki Brad O2 Eliminator, but decided it was easy enough to just use the O2. The only downside was it didn't come with any instructions, and there are no instructions on Delkevic's website for Ninja 300 or Versys 300. So you're kind of on your own. If you've done this before, I mean, obviously you can figure it out, but I mean, it was an easy install. But if you've not done any wrenching on motorcycles before, I guess it could be interesting. I'll have to warm it up and then retorque those to crush the copper washers. Try to get a good look at what's going on right here. There's a tab that goes up. You can see it right there. Ties into a motor mount. So I basically got everything assembled, left everything loose until I got it where I wanted it and started tightening things down. Made a spacer for this because this clamp goes nowhere near tight enough to clamp this down on this pipe. This pipe has slots in it so that it can crush down onto this pipe, but yeah, that wasn't gonna happen not with using this clamp. You could tighten this all the way down and still spin it around. And there's only two this size, and the other one's on the other end, and they're exactly the same size, so don't know what happened there. Also, I mean, obviously it's an exhaust made to fit more than one bike. It fits this bike and the Ninja 300. This pipe actually, continues way up to about right here, inside here. Kind of bizarre. So, I mean, when you're mounting this guy up, you know, make sure you have swing arm clearance, which I do, and everything else has clearance. Well, let's start it up, see what happens. Before we started up, I took some 100% alcohol and I wiped the entire exhaust down to make sure all the grease was off of it. Because with stainless, if you have greasy fingerprints on there and you start it up and get it up to operating temperature, you're gonna have fingerprints in your exhaust forever, so something to consider. Not too bad. I expected it to be a lot louder. Actually has a really good sound. Pretty cool. Yeah, that sounds better than I thought it would. I think I'll run it like that. If the wife says it's too loud, then we can always put the spark arrestor in there. One of the advantages, at least in my opinion, it's not really an advantage, just aesthetics. I think that header looks way better than the header Kawasaki built for this bike. I mean, this actually looks more, you know, normal. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Okay, for giggles, I put the spark arrestor in. Now on my Himalayan, this knocks it down to like almost stock sound levels. Let's see what it does on this guy. A little quieter. That might be better on the freeway. Anyway, so took it for a ride and then retorqued the exhaust studs. Pleasantly surprised to find there was really no D-cell popping. I figured there'd be a bunch. I got it nice and warmed up. Kind of weird. I don't know if it's just from the manufacturing process, but first couple of minutes, quite a bit of smoke coming out of the exhaust, and then you know, and it smelled funny, obviously. Then it cleared up, and it's fine. Yeah, I think I did the quick math on that. We saved about 5 pounds, and I don't know, maybe, in my opinion, a much better look, but and obviously better sound. It's not too loud. I'm really surprised at the loudness. I kind of figured it would be so loud I'd have to put the spark arrestor in there to quieten it down, but it's not bad at all. We'll see how it is on the freeway. That could be a different story. And then, you know, go from there. But anyway, yeah, Delkevic full system, 14-inch oval. Other than no instructions, the install's kind of straightforward. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Hope you are able to look at it. You know, fast forward, zoom in, stop, pause, whatever. In case you happen to get one without instructions, maybe this will help you. You guys ride safe, and we'll see you out there.